So there's a new Toy Story trailer out, and it's prompted a few questions like why and how and what the fuck? You know, regardless of what you think of Toy Story as a franchise, the best thing you can say about it is that it ended. Toy Story 3 wasn't just a solid kids movie, it's the conclusion of a story that had earned investment and care into these characters that you had grown to love over the course of over a decade. It was the end of a cycle in these toys' lifespan as they learned to accept a new owner and that their ultimate goal was to be there for their owner when they needed them. It was the end of a journey and the start of a new one. It was an intentional generational transition that resonated with the same batch of people who grew up with the first one. It wasn't just a disposable episode of some soap opera where nothing happens. You know, the saddest and most memorable moments in life is when something ends. Death, parting ways, change. These are things that affect us deeply when we know that the process is irreversible, and it's what makes them so effective in stories. Knowing that you've seen the conclusion of something is a hard thing, and that's why that earns a deep place in your emotional psyche. So if you were one of the people that had tears in your eyes at the end of Toy Story 3, as I did, doing another one, for apparently no reason at all, is a giant middle finger up the jacksie. It was the perfect ending, and it is cheapened by every extra bit of Toy Story that happened subsequently. And yeah, I know, the thing's been in development for some time, but that doesn't make it better. It's like they saw the box office returns of something that fully earned its success and thought, you know what? I think we could do with more money. Maybe that's too cynical, but I challenge you to come up with a creative, artistic, or intellectual reason why this thing had to continue outside of a need to create more money. Because now that this floodgate is open, when does it end? You know, there are a lot of once venerated movie franchises that are now lost in their own hordes of self-spawned propagation. Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Fast and Furious, Harry Potter, Terminator, Transformers, Mission Impossible, Pirates of the Caribbean, Cars. It's not that any of these movie franchises are even bad, it's that it becomes increasingly hard to care when you know all they exist to do now is to set up the sequel, like a self-replicating Chinese sweatshop. And to be fair, it's not entirely Hollywood's fault. Audiences do kind of ask for this. Like, look at this arsehole. Bugs Life 2, Ratatouille 2, Up 2, WALL-E 2. We need these sequels. Please, Disney. Fuck off. Fuck off forever. You don't need jack shit. What you need to do is to learn and appreciate the pain of something fucking ending. People like this are giant pussies. Because rather than being able to take the loss, which is part of the whole impact of the last film, and letting go, they instead beg for more. Better to utterly cheapen the experience for everyone else than accept the artistic reason for these characters departing. Instead, we are treated to this interesting character.
I'm not a toy!
And Bonnie introduces Forky, a handmade toy made from a spork who has an existential crisis wanting to be a spork and not a toy. Woody and the gang set off on a road trip adventure to help him understand how to be a toy. Along the way, they discover how big the world can really be for toys. Wow, what a great and fantastic and interesting story. Hey, maybe in Toy Story 5, they rescue a butt plug from its life of servitude and disguise her as a spinning top.
Job done.
And yeah, I'm not saying that the several shorts released soon after Toy Story 3 didn't cheapen the thing at ready, but at least they were restrained, you know? I can appreciate a few shorts, like revisiting the toy's life after the fact as a nice bit of closure, but to throw open the door to a whole revision is another thing entirely. I guess part of the reason I'm a little more annoyed than usual is because it is Pixar, you know, the studio that single-handedly began the golden age of animation last decade. And apart from a selection of great hits that are original stories, it's been mostly sequels this decade. And you know, that's fine in itself, except if your only motivation to make sequels is because you need more money, you should not be making anything. Making a reaction trailer starring Key and Peele doesn't fill me with the confidence that you know what you're doing for your kid's film, especially because it's quite easy to tell that these two foul-mouthed comedians are really restraining themselves.
Toy Story is my tajay, my tajay, my tajay, my tajay, my tajay.
Do they even know who Key and Peele are?
To insanity and a blonde.
Who is this for? I'm not going to see this movie. I probably won't even see it, period. Giving patronage to this is just like giving a green light to Pixar and every other studio that bottomless sequels and prequels and remakes and revisits and reimaginings and re-explorations and reboots and requiems and redemptions and revenges trumps any kind of vision. It coddles and reassures a glass generation that their favourite characters are never going to go away, never at risk of dying, never at risk of learning or changing no matter how badly they need to. I find myself going to the cinema less and less, even for movies I normally be interested in, just because they all feel disposable. There's nothing at risk. When the whole industry self-perpetuates itself and stagnates, and so many things are just required to keep existing to maintain continuity that I just get the same emotional investment from them as I would a J-Station 3am challenge video.
I'm thinking this is like the end of my channel, guys. I'm stressing out. I can't make as much videos.
Well, it's all safe, I guess, and at least this won't make Hollywood do anything exceptionally goofy.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
I know, you can't understand me, but put down the stapler or I will
What the fuck is that?
electrocute you.
You're adorable. They can't understand me, kid.
Really?
We're gonna do this. You and me.
Really?
And that magic is called hope.
What, again? Really?
In my head, I saw that differently.
Really? Really?
Did you just understand me?
Oh my god, you can understand me.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, just to let you know, guys, this will probably be the last upload on this channel. And I know, hold your tears, because I'm busy for the next month and need to focus on other things. But the primary reason is that my channel is bugged up the asshole. I can't like or respond to comments, I can't add end titles or even annotations. My sub count basically updates like once a year, and my channel's most popular video at the moment is a shitpost I made on a softcore porn star, which probably means people are not coming to this channel for keen commentary analysis, as I would hope that people would be. So for those of you who did subscribe and got something out of this, cheers and thanks a lot. It's been a fun little experiment. I'm glad you enjoyed or didn't enjoy, or whatever you might take away from this, and I might make a new, equally unsuccessful channel in future that hopefully doesn't malfunction, so keep an eye out for that. And have a good Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I'm off to the pub. Goodbye.